Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. We hope everybody's having a fabulous Thursday. We are so very excited. This has just been a great time sharing with you culturally affirming books. This is your first time joining us, or you're watching the replay and you've never seen it before. We come on every night. We've been doing this for 16 days, and we will continue to do it up until day number 31. Day number 32, we'll launch our second annual African American Children's Book Festival. It will be a virtual event and a something that you don't want to miss. I was going to say, an epic event. It's going to be fabulous. We had a great time last year. We were able to meet in person. We were not allowing COVID to stop what we're trying to do with promoting literacy. And so we're very excited. And we're asking people to register. If you have not registered, the link is right at the bottom. Please do so. Very important, because you want to win one of the prizes that we're going to be giving out. And so let me share real quick with you what those prizes look like. You really want to be a part of this.
Put your fist up.
Put your fist up.
Put your fist in the air.
Put your fist up.
Yeah. Put your fist up. What we want, what we need, what we deserve. Freedom. Black power, scream it loud.
So, oh my God, our book tonight, our book choice is a book that I actually stumbled upon looking for some other stuff. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh yes, that has to be in the Ubuntu Press library. That has to be one of the books that we give out to children. And so this book tonight that we're going to just show you, I'm not going to read the whole book. It is a great read, and we are going to have it in our third book giveaway in the third hour. And so for those people, if you might be just now tuning in, we want to share with you September 19th is our book festival. September 19th at 12 o'clock it starts, and it'll end about 3 o'clock, and it is going to be amazing. We want you again to join in. If you have not, please register. There is the link below. You want to be a part of this because it is totally dynamic. You can go onto our page that has all of the information on it, but September 19th is the day. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it at all. All right. And so you can actually go onto our Kingdom Influence page and get all of that information, or you can go to the short code down there, the bit.ly AACBF, and that will take you there. Our goal here with Kingdom Influence and Ubuntu Press, I'm like, can't speak after hours, is that we want to put books in the homes rather, of children who typically couldn't afford it and don't have libraries. And we want them to have libraries. There's nothing like having your own library. As a kid, I didn't have a lot of books, but now I buy them. You see books behind me. I have a bookshelf here. I have several bookshelves in the basement. I have hundreds of books, and continually buying more. And so tonight we're going to read this treat, I Know My Rights. And again, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to give you a little sample, and hopefully you will support. Oh my God, it's incredible. So it's called the McBride Collection, and they have multiple stories in the collection. In the link, I'm going to put how you can contact the actual author. I do not know him. I did try to tag him on here. So I'm hoping, again, before it's over with, he can kind of talk with our audience and share and everything phenomenal, phenomenal. And so you can go look him up, hit him up on social media. He's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under that my son General. Okay. And so or I don't know if it's I'm assuming it's my son. I could be pronouncing it wrong, but he'll correct us. But anyhow, a great, great read. It goes with the theme of the song that we just got through saying, Black Power. And so this is a different way of teaching the Bill of Rights. It's from a whole different perspective. And so if you have children, I'm an educator, been an educator for over 20 years, almost 30 years now. And so you could teach point of view with this because this is a whole different perspective that it's coming from. So I'm not going to belabor the time tonight. I'm not going to be with you long, but I want to share. I know my rights, Bill of Rights. Good day, boys and girls. I hope you're all feeling nice. What we will learn about today is called the Bill of Rights. We're going to break it down so there's no confusion. The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments of the Constitution. The Constitution is a document that was made by our forefathers, which described the federal government and all its powers. The Supreme Court determines what a bill means in its entirety. The Supreme Court balances individual rights with needs of the society. Article 1. Congress shall not make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or the press or the right of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So they're holding a sign. Let me push it in a little bit so you can see it. Beautiful graphics too. It was illustrated by H.H. Pax. The Bill of Rights was made to ensure that we're all protected. There are 5 rights given in the First Amendment: freedom from religion, speech, press, and assembly, and the right to petition government. Keep that in your memory. So you need to know that. So they're protesting and they have a sign: end police discrimination, no war, stop gun violence. So they're protesting. Article 2. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of the free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That means you can sue the government when they're wrong. Amendment number 2 is the right to bear arms. Your parents have the right to own a gun as long as they are licensed shooters. They may need to protect your family from burglars or intruders. Article 3. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in the time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. The Third Amendment says that you can consent on your own, but the government cannot force you to shelter soldiers in your home. If the country is at war, a soldier needs a place to stay. They're only allowed to rest at your house if you say it's okay. Then they talk about the Fourth Amendment and that you have the right, unless the police have probable cause, that they cannot search your car or your residence. Then it talks about the Fifth Amendment. Look at those graphics. Look at those beautiful illustrations. Then it talks about the Eighth Amendment. And then at the back, it talks more about different religions and different things that we have the right to believe in and to do. And again, talking more about relations with the police and what you have the right to do and how you have the right to search. So the last page says, class is over, but you just learned something that will stay with you for life. You just learned about the Bill of Rights. And again, look at that beautiful illustration. But teaching about the Bill of Rights and why. And then they have for you to visit. And there's some other books that you can get in McBride Stories. Elaine Stem Adventure, Chef Skylar's Allergy Cookbook, Amarito's Way, St. Martin Strong. That looks like that book is interesting. Grandma and Me on the Run, Simone and the Ladder. So other books in the collection that you can support. And then there's information about the author and what all he's doing. So again, this week is Indie Author Week. We want to celebrate. So we got Crystal saying good evening tonight. Good evening, Crystal. We hope that you and Chancellor had the opportunity to look at it. She even said she got to get this for Chance. Yes, yes. I love this book. When I bought the book, it made me think of, in my book, my illustration of them protesting. Now, in my book, most of my pages are in black and white because this is a book to honor my uncle, who was a Black Panther. He was killed in 1969, assassinated actually, at the hands of the police. And so, sorry, move that so you can see. And so when I saw that, that's what really made me know I definitely had to have this book. You see it? So I knew I had to have this. I had to buy that book because it reminded me so much of my book. And the book in here, I was saying it's more black and white because it was meant to honor my uncle who happened. It was in 1969. We have another onlooker that's saying good evening, Mr. Casanova Bowers. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. But again, I know my rights. I know my rights. A wonderful book, again, beautifully illustrated in such a nice way to teach about the Bill of Rights, teach about what the Constitution is, sharing with them each of the articles in some really wonderful illustrated books. So we're supporting indie authors this week. We really want you, again, to support indie authors. It's so very important because they don't have a lot of times, and I'll say we, because I'm one. We don't have the great big publishing companies and everything. And so we want to support. So it's Indie Week, okay, for Ubuntu Press as we launch our second annual African American Children's Book Festival. This is our second year, and we're so very excited for the talent that we have and everything, and we're just really excited. So again, I want to share with you all, please support. We have again, I don't know him. I've never spoken to him or anything, but it touched my heart to see this. And again, as an educator, this would have been something great to be able to teach our children, and especially our Black boys. Not saying our Black girls are not important, but especially for our Black boys to really understand. And I'm the mom of both. I have 8 children, 4 are wedding gifts, and 4 I actually raised from birth. And I had 2 boys and 2 girls. And I can tell you, I've had issues with raising my Black sons. My daughters have had issues, but nothing like what my sons have had to go through. Being pulled over in high school at gunpoint, drawn and made to lay on the ground. And we lived in the suburbs in a nice city. And so just absolutely horrendous and crazy. And so it's very important. So again, I can't stress a beautiful, beautiful book. If anybody knows the author, shout him out, let him know, we're showing him some love here. That was an awesome, absolutely wonderful book. The other day, I shared with you too as well some other indie author books that I have, just some different recommendations. Shauna by B.K. Fulton. He has several other books out. Imani's Dream. Imani has the most exciting dream by Sandra Epps, and she is phenomenal. She's out of Detroit. She actually has the Detroit Dow Show. And if you have never been a part of that, it is absolutely amazing. They have people from all over. I don't say the country, but I think last year she even had people out of the country who came. And so again, look it up. Detroit Dow Show. Support her. A wonderful, wonderful sister. Look, he shares some different things. All right. Savannah Saving Jar. Oh my God, amazing. Teaches children about saving. And this little girl has so much intelligence. I read this one the other night, Gary and the Great Inventors. And if you didn't know who Thomas Jennings was, this book tells you about Thomas Jennings and how he, again, started one of the inventions for the dry cleaning process. Bet you didn't learn that in school. One of my all-time favorites. I love to read this one to my grandson because it's written kind of like towards the night before Christmas, but it's all about HBCU pride. And this one is Grambling and talking about their rival that they have, and just so phenomenal. Believing in Myself. Erica Pullen actually wrote a beautiful, beautiful book just telling people to love the skin. Because of her chocolate dark skin, she had to go through things of, was she pretty? Yes, beautiful, beautiful queen, beautiful princess then, beautiful queen now, and she's now helping encourage other people. Out of Virginia area, two of my friends that have become friends now. Dr. Mom has a series of books, just wonderful. Oh my God, my grandson loves this one. This one. The Cat in the Hood. And so wonderful, wonderful, great stories. And then I know it's not wintertime, but this one was something great that I was able to buy at the African American Museum in Detroit, Michigan. Wonderful, wonderful. Anita Gibbs and his daddy, I broke my snowball. And it's her having fun with her dad, and something happens with her snowball. And so wonderful, wonderful books. I have some other indie authors. We had some of our Flint authors on the other night, and we just want to continue to share with you. Oh, sorry. Shut it. We want to, sorry about that. We want to continue to share with you and encourage you to support indie authors. On last night, I just want to do another reminder. We had the lovely Ethan here. Ethan's Talent Search. Ethan is right here from Flint, Michigan. His dad is a writer for ESPN, and his mom is a writer. And they decided that for Ethan's birthday, his 5th birthday, instead of buying him traditional stuff, they actually had a book published in his honor. And it is the most amazing book. Very talented. Again, we have a Flint native illustrator. Her name is Shelby. And again, just wonderful. So those are on our pages. If you look and everything, support our people. So again, I told you I wasn't going to hold you long tonight, and I am going to keep my promise. I'm just going to share for anybody that might have came on late. One more time, our promo, so you can see the wonderful books that you can win.
Put your fist up.
Put your fist up.
Put your fist in the air.
Put your fist up.
Yeah. Put your fist up. What we want, what we need, what we deserve. Freedom. Black power, scream it loud.
So Again, those are some awesome books. We have them. Again, the first package is worth over $120. The third package is worth over $130. The fourth package is over $160. So you want to make sure that you are in the room. You want to make sure you register, but you also have to be on. If you are not on when we spin that wheel, you will not be able to win. And so we want to make sure you're there, and we want to make sure you're a winner. Who can't stand to win some awesome culturally relevant books? I know many of them a couple years ago were not in my library. Hadn't even heard of them. Some of them are new that just come out. And so let's again support our indie authors. Let's support buying some awesome, wonderful books with children of color, and especially African American children being the main characters. We thank you so much for being with us tonight. We appreciate it. Please share this video with someone. And again, get them to register. It's free. We want as many children in the house as possible. We're going to have a good time. We have the young people that are going to be running it, helping moderate it. We have some world class talent. And so we want you to be a part of it. Plus, I love to have fun. I'm a big kid. We're going to have a live DJ, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with you guys. We're going to have an actual virtual game that we're going to play, and you're going to have to do some work. So the night before, on September 18th, I'm going to release the contest rules so that you will be able to play on Saturday, September the 19th. So we'll see you later. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back again, same time, 8 o'clock for another book. It is Indie Author Week, and we do have a special guest with us tomorrow. And he's actually an author and a coach and some of everything, just doing some wonderful work on the East Coast. And we want you all to come out and be with us. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.